Alright, here we go again on another video. Welcome back. For me, it's like you never left. I was just saying how it's better with God than without God. And the closer you get to Him, the more your mind opens, the more you see things. People that might have been doing things wrong around you are not treating you right. The closer you get to God, the more you'll see that. You'll see who's not right. And like I was saying, it doesn't mean you gotta be mean to them or argue with them or anything, but you're aware. Then it allows you a chance to look at how you want to deal with that. You can set up boundaries and be like, well, I'm not gonna be treated this way or let them change me or take me away from God, pull me away from God. So now I can address this with them or share my feelings with them about it and give them an opportunity to change their behavior, at least between me and them. Doesn't mean they have to, and I expect them to start worshiping God and reading the Bible and going to church and stuff. It'd be nice if they did, but I can't make them do that, and I don't know if I should waste all my energy trying to convince them of that. So I don't do that. I used to waste energy trying to convince people of certain things sometimes. But now I do pretty good at just sharing who I am and my story and my experiences and using myself as an example, comparing it to something somebody else is going through. And I try to use my own experience as an example and then let them decipher their own decisions out of that, rather than saying, well, you should do this or you should do that. Try to find a period of my life that I can relate with what they're going through at the moment. Share my story and the different options I've seen and the options I chose. But it's definitely better with God in your life than God not in your life. God, you can even forget about God and He'd be there all the time with you. And you're busy of being all off in the fog, not even realizing He's there, protecting you and helping you through life. So it never hurts to thank Him either. Because if you're seeing this video, you should thank God. It means you woke up again and you're breathing again and you got another day. I'm guilty of that myself sometimes. I start wallowing in my own little, what I think are tough situations. And I try to always be thankful and count my blessings. But as I was getting at, God, it's better with God in your life than out of your life. Kind of like my master, my karate instructor, my martial arts master, told me with martial arts, it's better to be caught with it than without it. Doesn't mean you're going around fighting people and stuff, and he always taught me things from a defense and how to fight out of love, and a really good master. And when he says it's better to be caught with it than without it, well, yeah, if you get in a situation, at least you got it. Doesn't mean you got to use it, or you don't have to use it in the wrong way, hurting people or something. It's beyond martial arts. It's not really about kicking and punching and blocking and all that stuff. That's how people see it in their minds, most people. But you start really learning martial arts, not like karate, not kung fu, not judo, not taekwondo, not jiu-jitsu. There's a whole bunch of different styles and teachings and stuff. But if you lump it all together as martial arts, go back in time and learn it all, have it become a part of you. It's more about you finding you and you getting your mind, your body, your soul, and all that in tune together, which falls right in line with God. I don't know how many people are in martial arts or karate or that. I don't know if many of them ever really think about aligning that with God, and that God is still number one, but how even the martial arts can get you closer to God.
600 feet at the traffic circle, take the third exit onto Norway Street.
Oh, that's what we're going to do. I don't know what I'm going to title this one either, any of y'all that have been watching my videos and see some titles might seem pretty goofy. But you're probably starting to learn as you watch my videos. You're probably seeing how I come up with the titles. I just, when I first render them, I'll kind of bounce through them and listen to a little bit of what I'm talking about, so I can kind of wake up my memory of while I was recording it. And then I'll either take a sentence I say and turn that into the title, or a piece of a sentence, you know, and that's how I come up with my goofy titles. Because in the beginning I was trying to watch the whole thing and really think about what's a good title for this video. I was wasting too much time. I got too much other stuff I'm trying to, not that this time isn't important, but you know, while I'm trying to find jobs and do applications, you know, trying to do these videos and all that stuff. So while I'm doing these videos, I also am searching online, jumping into the workforce and stuff, and looking at jobs and trying to fill out applications and all this other stuff, you know. So I started getting sidetracked on titles too much, so that's why my titles, I just started finding a faster way to slap a quick title on it. It ain't that I'm lazy. It's just that I got a lot going on. And you know, if I get to a point where maybe if my other channel ends up growing or something and got monetized, or if this channel grows and gets monetized, or that, where if I get to a point where, you know, I got enough to survive on and live, then I'll switch over to just doing this, because I enjoy it more, you know, and I'd enjoy to be able to do it and be able to travel different places and keep doing what I'm doing, sharing myself, my faith, all that stuff, and at different locations. So some people that may not get the opportunity to travel to different places can see some of these different places. It's actually pretty cool to do, to be able to, that we have this technology that you can almost virtually go to other places through watching a video, you know. I got to really feel that from a lot of my subscribers from my other channel that subscribed to my channel. Well, in turn, I ended up subscribing to their channel because they're on my channel, and I want to know what they're doing, because now there's some people that watch, some subscribers that don't have channels, but the ones that do, I check out their channel, you know. Well, then we end up communicating back and forth, you know. They're getting interested in what I'm doing, I'm interested in what they're doing, and I got subscribers culturally, I hope I said that right, culturally, like subscribers I got in Japan. I started getting to see some of the coolest actual Japanese gardens in Japan and stuff, with these cherry blossom trees and stuff, and the different seasons and stuff. And there's this young couple when my mom was still alive. I started watching this young couple in Russia. My mom really liked watching them because they were over in Russia, and they started out filming in the grocery stores when I first started watching their videos. And they'd go through the grocery store showing the different prices. In Russia, I think it's rubles, I think it is. Maybe don't quote me. But he would do the translation too from their money to American dollars, you know. And he'd talk about in the middle aisles, just like in the United States here, what's not good, this processed food, blah, 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 blah. And then he'd go to the good stuff, you know, that's healthier, and this is better, you know. And then he'd have his own opinion on prices and stuff too, but it was neat. And they were expecting a baby, and they ended up having their little girl, their little baby, and shortly in that time period is where my mom passed away. But we used to enjoy watching them and thinking that they were on the other side of the planet, and we got to see what it was like in Russia. And some things are similar, you know, they got cities and stuff too, but a lot of the growth, the trees and plants and stuff are different, you know, in different areas, depending on where you are on the equator and stuff. So it's neat to learn that stuff. But I got sidetracked again. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, that was about me getting to share more, you know, and how. So yeah, I start out going one direction, then I end up over here and then over there. Hey, well, this one ain't that long, I guess. God bless you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.